Let's see little animal names.
Oh yeah.
Anonymous frog. Anonymous penguin.
What's going on, guys? This is Dante. Happy Y Day Wednesday. I know we got on the whole West Coast, or just up of where we're at, everything's red and orange. Everyone feels like it's apocalyptic here. I don't know where zombies came from. I don't know when zombies actually came when it's red outside, but you know, it feels like something from Purge. I feel like Purge, Armageddon. Hopefully everyone's staying safe. All the wildlife, all the firefighters, appreciate it. But yeah, I know you guys don't give a shit, but you know, football's around the corner. I'm excited. Thursday, tomorrow. So, you know, I got my whole gear on. You're probably going to see me all geared up every time. But everyone's tuning in. I appreciate you guys coming in. I got myself on here. Got Red Pill. Got Meg Not the Stallion. And Shirley and Alpha Monk. What's going on, guys? So, we are starting off this episode with the fuck is effort. Our TF is effort, right? Before I go into, we can always talk about the last episode because we had the guys asking the women questions. It was just me and Jatana on here. So, we got more women on here today. So, yeah. Anything you guys want to ask the ladies that wasn't asked on the last episode? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Why y'all don't make no sense?
Really? I was so excited for the question.
The shed volume's too fast.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I have a question.
No, to answer that, it's y'all's fault. You guys don't make sense, so we don't make sense.
Oh, hey,
Right, because men make dollars. Okay.
oh.
We don't make sense because we make dollars.
Oh no.
So, Andrea, just letting you know, your plant's being the hog of your camera again. I don't know if you
Really?
Yeah.
You're getting so big, but golly. All right, thanks. I'll move it.
Like my beautiful plants that I have here. I got another additional add to my plants. I am a step plant dad. I'm not a plant dad. I'm a step plant dad. So I'm half and half out. So you know, I can be out if I want. I'm not in deep.
I'm not in deep. What do y'all get out of marriage? What is it y'all really want to marry? Why do y'all want to get married so bad?
Oh.
What do y'all get out? Okay, well there's
It's not every woman's goal.
You said, not me.
That was
say
last
y'all.
episode.
So you said, wait.
Question because I asked other women that because I think really it's just an old tradition, and that's the only reason why I see it. People are still holding on to that old tradition, because you really think about it, they get married, and that statistic is really real. 50% make it, and 50% don't.
Have you always felt that way?
No.
Okay, so at one point you did. So you saying it's tradition?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like you're taught that's the right thing to do.
Mm.
And I grew up in a 2-parent home who are still married, and my mom got married young.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, from what I seen growing up, like that's what you're supposed to do. Not get married young, but you get married, you have kids, and then you raise your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just like, now that I really think about it, and the way dating is set up too, it's just kind of like, well, it's not the 80s no more. That's not how things work. So
80s.
like, it's not like, I always tell Markella, if I were to die tomorrow on my deathbed, it's one of the things I'm not going to be sad about is like, oh, I didn't get married before I died. It might be like, maybe I didn't have kids, but it's not going to be like, oh, I didn't get married. Like, that's not something, I think if I turn 80, that's not going to be a life regret for me.
Yeah. I respect that. I like that. But for me, I want to get married because it's about like same energy. I don't want to like have to do certain like responsibilities for a man and not be kind of like compensated with the stability of marriage. Like there's certain expectations that like a wife can do that you wouldn't expect from a girlfriend, right?
Really? Why is it? I mean, it's just an agreement. There's nothing like, you don't transform. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
it means something to a community. When you and a person have said like, hey, we commit to this person, basically you're telling everyone in your circle, like, I rock with this person, I'm invested in this person. Like it's not just about like the ring or all of that. It's really about like telling everyone in your community that like I'm invested. And sometimes you don't get that level of security if you're just someone's like fuck buddy.
Well, okay, well, I want to say, like, before getting married, you're in, like, a committed, exclusive relationship. And that's no different from when you sign that document. Marriage is just when you legally bind yourself together. But I think if it's real, you guys are already binded. And you should already feel that sense of security. And I think you should always believe in what you believe in. And I'm not knocking anybody who wants to be married, like, at all. I totally get it. Like, I get it, but it's one of those things too where
I don't.
You have to trust in the relationship that marriage isn't going to be the one to solidify y'all to each other. It's your commitment, your undivided love.
That's facts. I definitely agree. Like, it is the commitment that solidifies you guys. And like, there's certain things like if your father was to get sick today, right? There's actual benefit that would be entitled to your mother.
Yeah.
That just like wouldn't happen otherwise. I understand like there's the foundation of the commitment that can't be quantified. That I understand, that I agree with. But then beyond that, like it's a level of validity where like that woman is going to be the woman who like again, she benefits materially for an example. That
so
like
what if she dies first?
Vice versa.
But what if she don't make no money?
One word.
What's wrong?
Life estate. And trust.
Okay, talk about
Those
it.
3 words. That's it. So, I mean, yeah, he can get married and he's legally entitled to all his stuff, or he can create an illegal entity through a litigate through a legal body and then just give you his stuff. It's no different.
Okay.
It's a social. It's a social conditioning. I mean, you
Just say
get
you want some guaranteed dick. Just say you want the guaranteed dick.
But it's already guaranteed if you're in the relationship.
Shit, yeah. But no, I think there is. It's kind of like when it comes to marriage, and this is how I look at it. It's like the ultimate pledge.
Yeah.
Like, my complaints about marriage are completely financial, and there are tons of things you can do to protect yourself. That's my only complaint about marriage, right? I'm one of those who are like, ooh, I don't. A buzzword?
Oh,
That is a buzzword. I'm not going to say it. Okay, but we didn't announce it yet.
I did.
Buzzwords real quick.
I did. No, I did. I said the 2 ones.
No, there's like 5.
I mean, we're only using 2.
Which ones?
So I'll say it again. This is off the record. I'm not saying the words.
Right.
Lazy and commitment.
That's a buzzword. All right. Ask Megan the questions.
Finish your point.
Oh, so, all right, we got some questions. All right, so we got the guys
I think when it comes to marriage, it's just like the ultimate pledge of like loyalty. To me, in 2020, I think giving somebody a wedding ring, getting down on one knee, is just the ultimate pledge of just lifelong loyalty. And for women who want security over everything, that's why marriage, I think, is so big for them. I think they inherently understand the financials and economics totally changed than it was 60 years ago, and they couldn't be in the workforce. 7 years ago, and they couldn't be in the workforce, to where now it's just like they just want a man to pledge lifelong loyalty to them.
I just think
Wouldn't it show more of loyalty, devotion, if you stay with that person without agreement, though? Like, wouldn't you think that person, like, if you could show the community that you two could love each other and be with each other without a government agreement, without even worrying about that, still being together, I would say that would show more love and devotion than having to go to court You know, I've been married, and there was no transformation, nothing different. She just moved in,
Heard that from
and we got to see each other more. You know, yeah, we could have done it without the paper. It was weird, but you know, to me, I don't think like if I ever get married again, I'm gonna do the ceremony, but I'm not gonna sign any papers. It's just not gonna. I'm not gonna do that shit anymore. It's weird to me. That's just weird. But that, you know, teach your own, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, oaths are a big deal for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I think, you know, when I tell somebody, we gonna do this forever, like, I'm not playing around. I wasn't playing around. You know what I mean? Like,
sign a piece of paper, get it notarized. Put it in the bank somewhere. Boom, there you go.
It's always like a business transaction.
That's marriage.
Yeah, but the government's not really in there. All you have to do is have that paper, though.
Damn.
If you go to divorce, you have to go through all of that shit.
Yeah.
It's just between you two, basically.
Well, that's one of the things where it's like, you're not supposed to get divorced.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
nobody's married.
That's the thing, you're not supposed to get divorced. It's not supposed to be a problem.
That's what I'm saying. It would just show more devotion if you just, like, you don't need the paperwork.
Yeah. All right,
You
man.
know, it shows
Well,
more devotion than saying,
we-
I'm going to let a third party dictate we're going to be together forever. We're like, man,
Yeah, I
that's
want
the
that
one
third
going to be
party.
with you. It's not even in my hands no more.
Sorry,
I don't want that third party. I don't need no backseat driver.
we can get into a whole topic of marriage. Probably another episode. I feel like this is already an episode already.
Yeah.
So I know that Donish had a question. He was asking. I think Mark, you answered it. I think he had another question on top of it, and we'll just jump into the episode. Just kind of make it short here. He's mentioned. Let's see to the win here. I'll say it again. What do you say? What's the question? I can't scroll up. Hold on. I can't scroll up. What did he ask? What did he ask?
Asking a lot of questions about marriage.
No, was that what it was? No.
What's the point? Why get married?
No, he. Okay, so I'll go to you, Astro. He asked you a question. Do you want marriage based of pressure of how you were raised, or it's an actual desire that you want for you?
No, it's an actual desire. I really truly believe that the commitment of marriage allows the human being to grow in a way that just having a girlfriend and a boyfriend doesn't. And I'm interested in the actual development of who I become, having to choose someone on a day-to-day basis, and then building as well the idea of like creating this institution that's just you and this other person seems like dope as fuck to me. So it's not just like, it's not just like, I mean, security is involved, absolutely. Children are involved, absolutely. But I really want to see who I become being that committed to something so serious.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Hopefully I answer your question, Donish. We're not asking the men that question. It's supposed to be the women. So you're asking Mondre the question, but it's not. We'll get into the topic. Yeah, we got to get to the topic. So, he has to do that. So I answered it. You know, hopefully it answers the question. But all right. So this one's gonna be the fuck is effort. I have a lot to say about this. I think we all do. There is what's it called? There's a fine balance of doing too much to talk to somebody or get at somebody or whatever the case may be, and there's someone who's doing nothing at all, less. Now, I've heard certain things where people say, maybe I come off too strong and I'm like, yo, like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, and I get called, I'm doing too much. Okay, what's the balance? Because if I don't do nothing, there's just no effort. So they're going to be like, okay, he's not interested in me. So this is going to be an interesting topic because, question I want to ask, where do you think the game of who can care less came from? Where do you guys think that came from?
I think it's just
That was your question.
I think it really stems from men playing it so nonchalant, and women noticing that we're doing too much than what we're giving back. So then it's like, well, he's not gonna care, I'm not. So I really feel like it's y'all.
Do you think so?
I can see that.
Because I mean, like we us not giving a fuck. It's like, oh, he
and
really
it's
likes me.
not just like us being, okay, some women are petty, but it's simply for the fact that if you're putting all this effort in and trying to make it show like, hey, I like you, like, and he's over here just playing it so cool, aren't you aren't you gonna like want to stop playing it? So
Yeah.
like putting so much, you're naturally just gonna be like, oh, okay. It's gonna
Well, I
play
think
cool. As soon as you play it cool, then here he come.
Yeah.
Well, I think we created it from the environment that we're in because you guys want what you can't have. And you don't like me. You don't like me to do
Like,
this.
isn't everyone like that? Oh,
Not
isn't
really.
that a natural human thing to want something
Not
that you
really.
can't
I think
have?
it's more
That's
of
not
a
just a woman thing.
female-oriented thing. It's a really, especially when it comes to dating, it's you guys really want what you can't have.
Men want them. If anything, women are most likely will settle than a man would.
Talk about it.
Settle.
But no, men settle way more than women settle. That's why
Really?
men are hypergamous. That's what the whole thing, my hypergamy came around. The whole monkey branching thing, because men will settle. That's the
No.
whole problem in the manosphere now is men telling other men stop settling. Men do just settle.
Or maybe it's just like the demand or the standards for men was really low. Like you didn't need to have.
Man, don't act like y'all don't go to the club looking for a 10 all the fucking time and passing up 7.
Don't you? Wouldn't
No, what I'm
you?
saying
We know our limits. And you guys are
There's-
the ones.
There's hollering, and there's hollering. There's hollering, then there's like,
a dude could be a 9 and y'all are still passing up.
see,
For something to
see us. Some of us guys, some of us guys either we know like okay, we know the fine line of like okay, we can do too much where it's like you're doing too much. Like
Like, look, if I'm in a club and a 9 walks in and every dude's looking at her, I'm not gonna go after that shit because she's too used to too much fucking attention. I'm just not gonna do that. That's stupid. I'm just gonna leave her alone. It's like she doesn't exist. So it's just like you guys
coming
have
up in here in the club with some
You
heels
guys are the
on,
ones.
hiked up
So,
skirt.
I know.
Damn. Okay. Another one I want to ask you guys. Oh, so what is so? Oh, did you already ask that one? What's so alluring about someone someone who doesn't care?
What is so alluring?
Oh, it's pretty much when you.
Andre said it. Like,
What,
you
yeah,
want
when
something
you something you don't
that you
have.
can have. That's just like when you go to the jewelry store and you look at all those diamonds that you can't afford, but it's still enticing. You
Yeah.
still want that. I think that's a natural human thing. I don't think that's gender specific, and I don't think
So-
people should feel guilty for wanting something. Everyone likes a challenge.
Well, no, it's different from like, it's one thing to like want somebody who's playing hard to get. It's another thing to consistently throw yourself at someone who doesn't care.
Oh,
And
yeah, it does say.
I'm not gonna make this a gendered issue because I know enough people on both sides who have done this.
Mhm.
Why just throw yourself at someone who doesn't care? And personally, I actually learned this from studying sales. This is my personal answer to this. When people want to consistently buy things outside their budget, is they just absolutely believe that this thing will give them that feeling they're chasing. This thing will give them that sense of achievement, that sense of validation,
Absolutely.
that ego boost, right? That's why you go and buy these really fancy brands
Yeah.
versus another shirt of the same material. That's why you chase this person who absolutely doesn't care because you really believe deep down, once you get them to care, you'll be happy.
Absolutely.
And that's absolutely not how it works. 100% not how it works.
Nope. So all right, I'll ask you guys. So, how does someone ask for more effort? Should you even ask for that? Ask for that for them?
I recently,
Tell the story. This is actually a really great story, you guys.
so that story, one of the things that I think in dating that I always had trouble with was setting boundaries because I played things way too cool. Like, as a woman, you never want to be the one that comes like, I want this, you need to do this. So I think I don't do enough. So this guy I'm seeing, I really like, and he's a really kind guy, but I learned just from like dating that a lot of you men just don't know. And you have to you sometimes have to handhold some of these men, be like, come on now.
So
like,
someone asked a
we
question.
were already on a discussion of just like being direct and open. And I straight up told him, was like, okay, I can tell you're a homebody, but I'll tell you right now, I'm not. And we need to find a compromise. I'm not saying you need to take me somewhere extravagant, but you got to get me out of your house. That's like one thing I'm not. I'm not going to sit in your house when I know everything's closed. So that's why I also know like you can't really take me on a date right now. And I'm not a foodie, so dinner doesn't sound like pleasing. But it's one of those things where it's just like just take me anywhere. So the next time I saw him, literally 10 minutes in the house, you want to go to the store with me? Yes, I'm trying to go to the store. Let's go buy some soap. Like, that was the most
Yes.
And I like that it was immediately after. And it was just, and he's been telling me to tell him for like weeks. Like, well, just tell him what you want. Just tell him. Just tell him. Just tell him. As soon as I told him, he was receptive. And it worked for me. Now, there's some guys who are just jerks. Some of y'all are actual jerks and just assholes. But luckily,
well, I think, like I was saying in the chat group of ours, is if we talk about our intentions and our fears and what we want out of the relationship right off the bat, I mean, even if they kind of like start fucking up after that 3-month mark, you can still come back to that, like, dude, we talked about this. I don't like that shit. And if they keep doing it, then that's a big red flag. Like, oh, he's never gonna stop. So I need to look that for an exit. But a lot of people, we don't do that. Myself included in the past. Sometimes you just don't want to talk about what you're afraid of happening or what your real intentions are, because you may not know. And so a lot of the time just passes, and you get used to how you guys are, the dynamics between you two. And then when a big rift comes up, you don't really know how to handle it because you guys don't have that past conversation or discussion about it. And I think it's really important. And men are very easy to come to us and tell us what you want. If we can do it, we really like you, then we'll fucking do it.
Yeah, learning that.
We can't read minds, you know what I'm saying? But I think talking about your intentions and everything, especially your fears of what you don't want to happen at the beginning.
Yeah.
I said, I wish you guys could read minds. And this guy said, if we could, we just wouldn't listen.
So,
we don't listen.
Y'all are hard-headed. Y'all are hard-headed.
Yeah, we are. I know. I mean, it kind of goes back to, I guess, with your story, Meg, what you were talking about. Danish asked the question, what's ideally a type of man you would date? I guess he asked that question. Would it be someone who knows what they want?
I do have a very specific type.
Let me tell y'all her type.
Yeah.
My twin year in the same high school, she had the same type since her junior year in high school, right?
Aww.
I'm not gonna age drop, but she's been out of high school for a minute. 6'4", dark skin, shredded to the gills, just straight from the Congo, black man.
Oh my god!
I'm not lying. I'm not gonna be drunk. The whole reason why I never could be that little brother who's gonna beat your boyfriend up is because these dudes are always twice my size. I'm 6'2", like 195 pounds on average. These guys are gigantic compared to me.
Okay, first of all, you can tell there's a little exaggeration in it.
None, never.
When it comes to black men, yes, I'm like a brown skin, dark skin type of girl. But he's sitting here denying that I did not date all types of races. My very first boyfriend was Asian.
Okay. I'm not going to put a number up.
Hey, Asian.
Think of all the men that you've dated who weren't black and compared to the number you dated who were black. It's not even worth mentioning the ones who weren't.
But the ones that were, I took seriously.
I'm not saying you won't take them seriously. I'm just saying they're not your type. You have a type. Giga niggas. That's your type.
I just like men.
D1 athletes. That's your type.
But your physique is very specific. But I just like men. I don't care about the race and everything. But if I did aim for a black man, it's a very specific type of looking black man. Yes.
And I'm just like, how am I supposed to beat this guy up?
Good.
Beat this dude up.
He does.
Him.
He does.
How
Good
am I supposed to
food.
fight this guy?
Stupid. So,
Like Terry Crews.
I was gonna say Debo.
Debo light skin.
Friday.
Debo light skin though. Debo light skin. I could
Debo is from Miami, huh?
so how can doing too little work against you? How can doing too little benefit you? So I'm gonna ask Aunt Shirley that. I'm asking.
Easy. This happened to me.
I was gonna ask Aunt
I
Shirley.
did too little and then he never talked to me again and I actually liked them. Sometimes when you play too hard to get, some people ain't falling for that shit. Especially if they have options.
Yeah.
You special.
I say this all the time. if you play hard to get, eventually you're gonna play hard to want.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What about you,
But in
Shirley? What do you
terms
think?
of- I actually have-
Actually, I said Shirley.
No, I'm
She
We said
got
it
intercepted.
all.
Oh,
She
okay.
said
Okay.
it all.
All right. You agree? Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
So it's girls against guys again. Okay. All right. This is us against. Okay. So when should someone? Okay, when someone's doing too little, are they really, or are you just asking too much from that wrong person? Asking too much from the wrong person. What do you guys think?
I mean, it's depends on the person, right?
Yeah.
I mean, some people just don't like clingy people. Some people are just loners or type shit. They just don't like people all up in their mix.
Yes.
You gotta know the
Doing too
person.
much does not work either. That is true.
Know the audience.
There is clingy and there's doing too much and calling. Yeah, that is
I
one.
just want to say one thing. This is definitely. I feel bad because I feel like. No, never mind. I take that back. I don't feel bad about it. I think a lot of people, especially women,
Uh-oh.
struggle greatly with accountability.
Speak on it.
I
Uh-oh.
think when you're a man and you set expectations, I don't like that.
Look at her. She's
I feel
like, go
when
ahead.
it's gender neutral. When you tell somebody what you want, when you just act like what you want them to be your boyfriend, so you act like their girlfriend. You want them to be your wife, so you act like a husband, right? When you act like what you want, you are actually creating an expectation of reciprocation. You are now creating accountability in the other person. Because if they let you down, you will hold them accountable. Like, well, I'm doing this, why are you not doing that?
Right.
And so some people will consistently do so little as to be like, well, I've been like this since day one. Or they just can't handle the fact someone else depends on them. They just don't want the responsibility of being responsible for someone else's feelings.
Woo!
Wow. Well, you all right, man? You just coming through.
Hey, you know I took a break from dating. I haven't dated for a
You
minute.
cool?
I've been saying no to everything.
Just making sure you're all right, man.
I love time to
Well, the last episode, you're a little woozy, man. You're a little drowsy now. You came with it today.
I'm just saying, especially when it comes to, and this is mostly for women. Women don't want to have to do something for a man.
Uh-oh.
They just don't. I'm talking about women who are very catty. I'm not talking about good, honest black women. I'm talking
You
about
said the
everyone else.
good. You have to say so.
Women's natural nature is to be a nurturer or be
Where?
Good,
Where?
honest
Where they
black
at?
women.
Where they at? Because I've been looking for that for how many years now?
Yeah.
How old my son? Like,
Have you guys seen? This is a random situation. Have you guys seen the new Netflix show, the Love Guaranteed? Have you guys seen that? So this dude goes on like 1,000 dates on this dating app, and I guess it said if you don't find your love within 1,000 dates, then that was their guarantee. 1,000 dates you'll find the person. So this dude literally goes 1,000 dates, and he goes ham. Like, he doesn't just go like half-ass. He takes them to 5-star restaurants. He like does the whole works. He does half in. Like, all the girls, I guess he gets a lawyer. Whole long story. Gets a lawyer, and she wonders, like, he must be one of those guys that just wants to get money. He ain't really doing this shit for these girls. And he interviews these women that he talked to. Not 1,000 women, but a few of them. They said he was a really good guy. Like, this didn't work out. I wasn't the one he was looking for, and he just kind of moved on. So I mean, like, this man did the whole thing. So I mean, it was an interesting film. I actually guarantee, like, it's actually a rom-com. I'm not big on rom-coms, but I guess Netflix has been coming through with some of the rom-coms. But that was interesting. Well, he talked about someone actually doing too much on that one, but it wasn't him doing too much. He was, just doing what he was supposed to do as a date, So I don't know, man. I don't know what you guys have opinions on that.
Men don't take it.
Don't go on 1,000 dates. That's the name of the game. But anything else you want to say about that? Aunt Shirley? No? Usually,
I'm
You've been
sorry.
quiet.
I'm still recovering from what Markel said earlier. Like,
Uh-oh.
and I'm trying to like connect it to like the 1,000 dates thing. And I'm just like, whoa, like, it's true. We do behave in ways to kind of like signal to people what we're looking for. But like if you're a dude going on 1,000 dates and it just like doesn't matter and you're just putting in like
Yeah.
attention, like what are you trying to signal to other people?
Yeah.
Other than the fact that like I don't know. I think you're just
I'm sorry. After 1,000 dates, that's you.
Yeah, that's
That's
not
you.
good.
After 30, it's you.
So
After 30 days,
so that's the thing. They thought it was him. They think it was him. It's like, no, it's got to be you because you're not following up with these girls. Are you doing anything? He's like, no. He just didn't feel that. He didn't feel that first. You know what I mean? Initial. And these girls that he talked to, like one of them picked their nose. They weren't good candidates. So I mean, like he talked about the funny stories that he went through. Yeah, one girl she was allergic to everything. We couldn't eat. You know, so he went through the process of bad dates. So I mean, like the homeboy, like at the end, he ended up dating. Like I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but like he found his love, but it was okay. All right,
He does find someone.
it ends up being like the lawyer or some shit. So it ended up being the same lawyer. Like, oh, okay. So little twist there. It just did the lawyer, but she was also struggling with her dating life, so it was interesting. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, there's some bad dates out there. So I mean, there's some pretty interesting ones.
I was thinking about this the other day. It's like it's starting to be kind of weird because everything is becoming a spectacle. Everything is. Even dating is becoming a spectacle. Everybody wants to be like seen. You know what I'm saying? You can't even have a private relationship anymore because one or the other wants to always be on Instagram or Snapchat with you, or they want to show the world. You know, and they use it. I want to put the world I'm in love. And everybody has friends where they post every day, and then they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. They post every day. After 3 months, it disappears, and it's like, and then they're sad. They don't,
I don't want to talk about it.
And it's like, you all know the open.
It's like, what happened to so and so? I don't want to talk about it.
It's so strange.
It's his fault.
Moving on
His
to
shirt fault.
the second segment.
All right.
Doing too much.
This is my biggest one. I do too much for show. Like this is like for sure. Like I go all in. Like for a minute, whatever. God help us all. So question: who usually does too much? Women or men?
Women.
And
Think so?
women.
Think so? Women?
I think
Women.
I'm not gonna lie, I think it's a stereotype.
Women do
women
too
that
much.
do
You guys
too
both.
much.
You guys all said
I
that.
think that's just I really think men do too much. I think it's a stereotype of women, especially early in the dating process. Marriage, that's a different conversation.
Because they wait for the dude to do something.
Early in the dating process, men are typically the ones courting. They usually just are. And so I think it's a stereotype of a girl doing too much only because they took one scenario and blew it out of proportion because it was just so theatrical and dramatic and emotionally charged. But I think generally men do too much.
I agree.
Early in the dating process.
I agree.
Because he has to win her over.
All right. So who said women? I want to hear your
What are
point.
we talking about as far as doing too much though?
Yeah.
I thought this
That's
was a
how I
negative.
answered.
I thought it was a negative doing too much. Like they're just like too fucking much, like doing extra.
I thought it was too much effort.
Too much effort in this. Effort.
Then yeah, men do have to put more effort into that.
So Asher, you said women, right? Who said women?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain your thoughts. I'm curious.
So, especially now in our like demographic, most women have to kind of prove that they are interested to guys because most guys are like anti-commitment. Most guys don't want to like get like they don't want to enter relationships. So oftentimes women have to like put themselves out there and like kind of prove to men that they're not like all these other girls. And so she has to be like, she tries really, really hard to show up that she's loyal, that she's like all of these amazing things, but ultimately like he doesn't care. And what I mean by doing too much, I mean like constantly calling him, letting him whip the Ultima too soon before there isn't any commitment.
Ultima. Why do we keep talking about Ultimas, man?
Wait, your son, fruit snacks.
Is this from Baby Boy? I'm sorry.
I guess I'm just biased.
Constantly performing for him. And I feel like maybe in the beginning, like when guys are trying to chase and like get a girl's attention, yeah, they'll probably flash, right? They'll probably peacock.
Yeah.
But like I think in the long term, I feel like women are constantly doing a lot to try to prove to men that they're like pickable.
Really? That's so
Well,
weird.
yeah. I mean, we don't want to waste our time. That's what we're not really afraid of commitment. We're afraid of wasting our time. If we spend 3 years, you turn out to be nothing. It's like,
Are you, y'all been saying these buzzwords all day. I swear, y'all been saying it. You know, you just said buzzwords.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I have not been. I probably said it.
Yeah, I don't.
So then, all right. So the buzzword was those two.
Y'all been saying these words.
shit, we did say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So, how are we gonna do this, man? There's a lot of people that said it. So,
We have to do the
One
same.
question
Everybody takes
each.
a turn. Everybody
Call it a
takes a turn.
draw.
call a draw.
Goes.
Yeah, I didn't say it, so I'm not worried about it.
All right,
You guys
so y'all been saying it like I've been keeping notes. I'm like, all right, said twice. I'm keeping notes because I'm putting it on my Instagram. Hopefully, people can catch it, but I don't know if anyone's catching it on our live stream. Y'all gotta help, man. Catch these guys, man. Us, I mean myself too. But I'll be good. That's why I picked this word because I don't ever use it.
Let's go to the next question.
Okay.
You guys are lucky. Next question.
That was here to save y'all.
Yeah, right. How do you know if you're doing too much? Probably when they tell you you're doing too much.
But most of the time they won't tell you that.
Or they just leave you on red. They won't respond. They leave you on red. They don't respond. That's when you really know you do too much. I think that's a clear sign I get. I don't know how it is for women on the women's end, but that's what I get. When a girl don't respond, it's like, oh, okay, must be doing too much. They don't want to tell me.
They start ghosting you. Are you ghosting them?
I say, oh, hey, how's it going? And leave it on red. You're like, is it me or?
Yeah, I
Must
think
be doing
that's
too
the
much.
biggest sign.
Okay.
For sure.
Why are we inclined to leave someone doing too much instead of telling them to slow down? That is a good question.
That's just because a lot of people don't like to face that type of conflict. And that's actually feedback. And not everybody can take feedback. Not
But
everybody
here's
can
the
take
thing.
criticism.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yes. But in a sense, if you tell somebody, hey, and if you learn from it, because some people don't know, they're going to keep doing it over and over again. And they don't know, right? And they're just like, oh, well, I didn't know, right?
Oh, but
we
I'm
have-
going to tell people.
But now we have to do
sometimes-
these signs where people
sometimes
ghost,
like
they don't respond, or they don't say nothing, so we kind of get that idea. And it's like so weird for a lot of you women. You go hot from cold. Like you have a cool hot conversation, and boom, cold. You're just like, man, what
Yeah, I don't know.
why.
I just be ghosting.
Yeah. So what?
Girl,
Because you try to follow up
girl goes cold on you out of nowhere.
out of
You just look
nowhere.
weird.
Nah, when she goes cold on you out of nowhere, you were too available.
Too available.
Yeah.
No. I told you.
You're too much validation, and she believes she can just come back and get some more later, and she doesn't have to earn it anymore.
Oh, that's
No.
true. I didn't
That's
know.
what
You're right.
happened. Goes
You
cold out of
are
nowhere.
not trying to say that some men are really weird.
Some are.
And
But your best-
sometimes your best bet isn't trying to rationalize when someone is weird. It's just like sometimes I just see something and I'm like, I'm out. You're weird, and this is gonna get weirder. And I'm not gonna sit here and try to rationalize with you why what you just did was weird because you should have never did it in the first place. No, men are weird. You guys do weird things. You say
Take a picture
weird
of feet and
things.
shit.
Pick your crotch in public. Just
But
weird.
women are weird.
We're
Women
like-
do weird shit.
We do, but I feel like ours is tolerable compared to a man. Y'all do awkward,
Guys don't get
uncomfortable.
caught. The thing is, girls do hella weird shit. They
So-
don't get caught doing weird shit.
Okay,
And you know because like
don't get caught.
you date a girl and then she'll tell you like 3 months later, yeah, I remember like our first day, I like followed you on the corner a little bit to see where you were going.
Like, are
Like,
you stalking me?
like,
You better back up.
girls don't get caught doing weird shit.
You better back up. You can't even call him. Yeah, get away. Harassment.
Were you following me in your Ultima yesterday?
Tinted
What?
windows.
No. Like, no, okay. I have a picture. I can see you at the driver's seat. I'm pretty sure you were following me yesterday in your Ultima.
It drives off.
It's a Maxima.
Yeah, what's up? Why people, man? Why people picking Ultimas of all things, man? I just never
In
got
the
it.
back seat. What are you talking about?
Is doing too much a bad thing?
Depends.
I think you're better off doing too much than not enough.
Some men like it. Some men like crazy. There is really some men that literally are just like, that's my type. I like when she do too much. It depends on your audience. You should know who you messing with. You should know the type of person they are. You should read the room. If you can kind of sense, like, okay, men will react on how you react. So if you're acting clingy, you will see the way they react, and you'll know if you're a normal human being. You will know if they're receptive, like if they like that or not. So I think it's one of those things. It really just depends on your audience. Depends on the person you're dealing with. Because some men like when you do too much. They like that. And then there's some where they're just like, girl, I will leave you here. Like, I will leave you on aisle 11 and never come back. Like, cut it out.
It's like, quit playing. Stop it.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
What?
He's gonna be in the bathroom.
Stay in aisle 3. I'll find you in aisle 3. I'll be right back.
I think let's look at my car.
Drives off.
Hold on.
Fucking drives off and shit.
Got the wall
In their
with my car.
Ultima.
Let me go to the mask. It's like-
My
Drives
other
off with the
mask.
Ultima. And the girl's Ultima.
Wardrobe change.
yeah.
Shit, man. Damn, Ultima, man. Shout out to Ultima. That's the next buzzword. Ultima, man. We ain't gonna be saying those words,
Oh,
though.
man.
I'm sick of hearing this Ultima, man.
The Nissans are cheap.
Nissan.
Just
But it's so
the
funny,
way you
like-
drive.
Isn't it? Okay, I'll top it. So Maxima is like a men's Nissan, right? Like a men's version of Nissan. And Ultima is like a women's version, like, right? Is it more like softer, luxury, not sporty?
It doesn't matter.
Nissan's okay, so neither. Okay, all right.
No, it's the Dodge Hellcat for the men. The
Hellcat.
Dodge Hellcat, yeah. Equivalent.
That makes sense.
That's crazy. I see so many brothers driving, you know.
Oh yeah, they got it out. Because they for
Black
sure
Dad
got
car. It's the knitted black dad car next to the Charger.
it. Next to a
Right.
Corvette or something. A vet. I feel like a vet's like an old people car, like an old man's car. Like they didn't get to have it when they were younger, so they get it now. Like, oh yeah, I've been waiting to get one. I'm 60-something years old. I'm gonna get a vet. Like all them OGs.
Yeah, why not? Can't get a girl at that age, so you might as well get a car that might get her.
Trying to sing in public when you know you can't sing. Girl, bye. Stupid. Okay, so I guess we can move on to the next one. Dating etiquette in general. So there's always the end of everything. I know we bashed on different things, doing too much and doing too little. So men, what is something women can do to bring more balance in the equation?
Ooh, me.
Go
Ooh,
ahead. Go ahead, Red Pill.
me, ooh. All right. This is like the easiest thing ever. This is like the simplest. Text back. It's like
That is true. Just say something. We can
text back.
we could take a
And
rejection.
just call him first every once in a while. I swear, if you do those two things, any guy who is serious about you will jump at you.
But I
Just
feel like
jump
that's doing
right
too
at
much.
you. Oh my God.
I will add in.
You don't gotta
I'll
play a
add
date.
in.
You don't gotta pay for dates.
I gotta call you
I didn't even say give him like a German reach around. I'm just like, look,
a German.
don't worry about it. Don't Google that. I'm just saying.
Gabe said facts.
I swear to God, if you want to know if a man is really interested in you, text back like expediently and just call him first every once in a while. And he'll probably be your husband in 2 years. If he's serious about you. I'm just saying.
If he don't text you back.
Then you know. There's your answer.
You agree? Alpha Bug, is that drill? Is it?
I agree with him on that one.
Okay.
Those two things. Those
Think
two.
before y'all speak. Think before y'all speak. Not about what you feel. Just analyze that shit first. Try to be logical first, not how you feel. And I think every discussion, argument will go a lot better if y'all can do that. I'm just saying. But if y'all go off of how y'all feel, it's always gonna be a fucking war. So
Yeah.
balance that.
All right, the women.
And he'll try to get it.
It's something men can do to bring more balance to the equation. Same question
Shut up.
for the women.
It's bodybuilding.
Stupid.
So I got like a push notification on my phone, and it was like, try this tip for big thickness.
But it popped up in the middle of his phone, and I was just like, and that's why I looked at him like,
But it was a bodybuilder about training fat.
it sounds like it's like one of those porno ads. Take this pill. I will go to non-entrance.
It's
It was like
thickness.
so awkward. I'm like, what the
Okay, what?
Okay. I'm beyond it now. Okay, women, is it something men can do to bring more balance into the equation? Oh god, there's so much you guys can do.
So much? Oh, okay.
Stop being so fucking nonchalant. That's just so annoying. You can act like you fucking care. You don't have to be so macho about every fucking thing.
You
It's
want to
quite,
be. That's
quite
how it works.
it's quite annoying. 2, put more effort. Y'all lazy.
You gonna keep saying it all
But
day.
Y'all are. You guys do bare fucking minimum, and that's annoying. And Shirley, you have another list because I could go all night.
Yeah, I was just gonna add. Stop being like, make your actions and your intentions line up. Don't be confusing.
Yeah.
Like if you say one thing, do the thing you're gonna say you're gonna do. Don't.
Absolutely.
Did you just say men are contradicting? Because that's y'all's trait. Y'all contradict yourself. Don't say we contradict each other. You guys are the ones
Your
that say
personality is
No,
not
I
chill.
didn't say y'all made it contradictory. You got Anne Shirley. I didn't say that.
That's what I said. I said sometimes we have dudes out here who just will talk a really good game, but they have
She's not lying though.
They just
well, that's
have
the
to-
game, though. That's the
Y'all
game. That's
sell
what
a
y'all
good
want. And
product.
it's y'all's fault. Y'all fall for it.
It's made
Okay, yeah.
No, but I'm
Men
not.
only do that because it works.
I'm not
Thank you.
We
Thank
always
you.
do it.
And only
Because
put
it's
it in
from point A
half.
to point B.
You guys, and you guys never want to put that back to me.
That's morally
No,
not
no,
right.
no, okay.
Oh,
You're right.
exactly.
Morally not right.
You're
But
not
so
a
is
good
tax
person.
fraud. Tax fraud is also morally not right, but it works if you're good at it.
Yeah, and even if it doesn't right, you guys like it anyway. You like it anyway, or else you'd be with that
Because
nerd.
that's what you're telling us. We would have liked you if you wouldn't have said all that.
You would if you wanted the guy you
We
said.
already chose you, nigga, before we even knew you. We already that's my fish. I like that fish with a little fin. And now you're talking about, well, I got this little fin because I fought 2 sharks. And it's just like, hey, maybe it was just a birth defect and you're just kind of a little stupid. I would have still loved you.
Can't say it better than that, honestly.
Y'all don't know because you don't give us a chance.
No,
Y'all-
we give y'all a chance and we don't get a text back. That's what happens.
Somebody's
Exactly.
hurt today. I feel a lot of projection here
No, I'm just.
because I be sitting
That's
around
just
my
y'all. That's
I don't know
just
about you,
y'all.
but I be sitting around my phone like, who's gonna text me? Who's he gonna
You gotta wait
text
for 3 days. 3 days.
I
3 days.
wake up in the middle of my sleep. Did you text me?
3 days. 3 days. You gotta wait 3 days.
Oh, that's so stupid. I will text you before 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wait 3 days.
All right. Well, I mean, we can talk about the story, but we kind of want to get into the hot seats questions. I put it on there on the Instagram, on Facebook. Wait for someone to answer a question for Meg because she's been saying it the most.
Not true. These two went back and forth with tennis saying commitment.
And now you just said it again. So
I feel like that
you're
does
going
not count.
first.
That doesn't count. Because I didn't use that in a sentence.
1, 2, 3, nose goes. Oh, Mondre was the last one.
I
I didn't
got.
know you were doing it.
I got the mic.
I didn't even say a buzzword. I still did. Mondre was the last
I'm just quit.
one.
I'll go first. Whatever. Get it over with.
All right. All right. So no one asked any questions, huh? No one's got any questions, huh?
Oh,
I'll
good.
see.
No? We all good? We all tucked away?
All
Nothing?
right, I got a question for Alpha.
We got like a few more
What
minutes.
would a woman have to do? Now that we all know what we know about how you feel, about what you feel about marriage, what would a woman have to do to get a true, bona fide legal marriage?
Man. Well, being honest, no kids at all. She's got to have
That's hard.
a career, or striving for one, at least. We have to be on the same page as far as health, mental health, spirituality, shit like that. I'm not religious, so I don't give a fuck about that. Just be open to move around because I don't really think I want to like set my shit here. Like I want to move around somewhere and either go overseas or something like that. Probably like 10 years from now. And she's got to be fine as shit. So that as well.
Fine as shit.
And
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, that intelligent, get along, become my best friend. Like I have to be able to know that 10 years from now, it'll be a lot stronger. It can be boring at times, obviously, but our relationship will be a lot
right there. You can only pick 2. That's all you're gonna get. No one will be on that. You get 2.
At that point, I was just like, dude.
You asked what did it take? So
2 said find this shit. You never find that.
It'll take a lot. It'll take a lot.
That's when you find this shit and intelligent and spiritual.
Well, she's a unicorn, so it's just not gonna happen.
So you don't take the downgrade from fine as shit to beautiful if she has all the other things.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe she's not a 10, but I'll take the 9.5. Okay.
Yeah, 9.7. It's all good.
So we got some comments here. Donald, he was actually on our episode a few weeks ago. He commented, rejecting every woman before you meet them is just cowardless. He said that. He said, well, women's ego won't let them understand that dude is not that interested. You can hear the fear in his voice. Fear.
Can you say that louder? Can you type that louder?
I roll.
Which one? Which part?
The women's ego being
the ego one. I like that.
Oh, well, women's ego won't let them understand that dude is just not that interested.
Ouch.
And when you edit, make sure that part's louder.
Ronald's the homie, man. He does keep it real, man. I like Ronald. Ronald's, he's the homie. He was on our last couple episodes with his girlfriend. So. He said he can hear in his voice. Fear of losing the Roman makes him scared. Open up. Oh, he said woman. Fear of losing the woman makes him scared to open up in earnest. Kind of understand. I'm trying to read what he said.
She gotta be funny.
He said she gotta be funny. She gotta be funny, but not funnier than me. That's not like something Alpha Monk would say, though. I'm gonna be honest. You did be saying that. She can't be funnier than me, though. No one could be funnier than me. That's a problem.
Can't be more light skinned than me. So I'm the ultimate light skin.
Yeah, but so we got a few more minutes left. I'm not sure if you guys want to add on there with your guys' stories. If you guys want to add the story, I think this is like the end of it.
Meg and Shirley still got big questions.
You guys got questions?
Okay.
No, they're in the hot seat.
Oh yeah.
A hot seat question for you, Meg.
Okay.
Would you ever, or what would it take for a man to kind of win your heart if he doesn't fit your physical ideal, like your type?
Oh, he has to be romantic.
Oh.
If they're romantic and they do nice, I'm big on consideration because I'm one of those that I think about you behind your back, and I'm like that with my friends. When oh, I got you something, I got you this pen when I was out shopping because I knew you like just things like that. I like men who are considerate.
I never once came home to, I thought about you today, bro. But
it's hard because I don't know what it doesn't matter. Anyway, I like physical things is definitely one of those things. It's just that's what I go for. But I'm not like an ass. I've dated literally had a boyfriend who was chunky. So that's what I'm saying. He exaggerated.
Yeah,
he exaggerated because that's not totally always the case.
Yeah.
It was one guy.
But I'm
one.
I have a fat nigga crush. And so
he's huge,
But anywho, I just like men who are very kind. I like men who are gentle to their women, but rough to everyone else. Don't be all around soft, because I just don't find that attractive. But someone who's kind to me and does kind things and is considerate. But then I also think men are really completely, utterly useless.
Shit. Well,
I make my own money. I pay my own bills. I bought my own jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because you hooked it up on. Okay, you hooked it up, but I did buy my own stuff.
No. How much did I pay for?
$150.
So you didn't buy that though? That was my money, right?
But did I not?
Okay.
The thing is, I was already ready to stick that card in there because I was ready to cash out at y'all's place. I was ready, and this is a word.
Hey.
See, tell the whole story, Markel.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey. But did you?
But that's what I'm saying.
But did you?
For men, it's just.
What's your bank statement say?
Shut up. Shut
I
up.
know my sense. I paid for it.
Well, mine stayed nice because I did it.
Alright. Well,
Instead of saying thank you.
I
well,
did.
don't wanna.
Thank you.
I don't wanna
but
cut
I'm not
you-
even telling how excited I put on all the jewelry inside my house and walked around with it.
I wasn't here for that.
So we got time for one more question, I guess, for the hot seat, and then we'll probably.
And Shirley,
Yes.
if you
Yeah.
found the man of your dreams, he had everything going for him, but he did not want to get married, and he said he would promise to stay with you, would you still be with him?
Fuck.
That's a good one.
Oh man.
Bitch, if you don't say yes, what the
No,
fuck?
I know.
This bitch is about to pass up on an ideal ass nigga because so yes, the black women are rooting for you.
I mean,
Women don't know what they want. See right here.
yes, I would. But I would be, I don't know, we can't do like
She said, "Hell
can I
no."
still get the ceremony? Can I still get like my family involved?
You
Can
still
I-
get the ceremony. Yeah, you can get ceremony.
Okay.
Be no
I want
government. Be nothing.
We can have a fake one? Really, it's just all about the dress for me.
Well, yeah, you have a
I
ceremony.
need my
Yeah,
About the
moment.
dress.
yeah, you have
Yeah.
a ceremony. You can do the dress, all that shit, but no government agreement, nothing like that.
Damn.
But you need to be able
That's
to get
hard.
shit.
I guess. I mean, I guess. And he's the one. He's the one for sure. Like,
Yeah.
all right, then it is
All
what it
across
is.
the board.
All right.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean,
Got it? Yes? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we are done for the episode today, guys. Appreciate you guys coming on. I don't know if you guys want to do a post episode. You guys have more questions. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. It's up to you guys. We may even do it. We'll see. We'll find out about 15 minutes or so if we're going to do it. But appreciate you guys coming on the episode today. Don't know the next episode topic yet. I'll probably post it on the live on the Instagram. Appreciate you guys' comments. Donald said legal marriage is about inheritance. It's protecting women in the long run. If he doesn't care about that, he doesn't care about you. Women,
oh shit.
women need security and stability. Marriage is
So
needed.
hard.
It's always somebody's conditioned.
Whoa.
Audition.
Well,
He is
I'm-
conditioned. He needs to rinse that out.
this guy anti-marriage over here, so I mean but like I said, guys, we're gonna end it soon, so we'll probably continue on with the comments on that one. But tune into next week, guys. Next Wednesday, we're gonna go ham on it. Next episode. So that's
Catch
reality.
y'all later. Red Pill
Good
out.
night, y'all.
All right, guys.
Deuces.
Bye.
Take it easy, guys. Till next time. He said that's reality.
Bye.
Dang. Hello, friends. This is Dante from the Y-Day Podcast. Thank you for tuning in onto our episode. And just wanted to give you guys some updates. I know I usually do this at the end of my episodes. I'm doing a little update. So we do still have Patreon website. I've been putting exclusive content on there. I haven't put any dating coaches or advice or anything like that yet. I'm still working on that. But if you still want to donate to the Patreon, it's still on there on the Y-Day Podcast website. But for right now, all I'm doing right now is Venmo. I'll put the link onto this episode on on YouTube episode. Hope you guys, like I said, like the episode. But I'm putting everything on there. Currently, I am still working on advice dating coach. I want to have a community where we're having someone giving advice, having some experts on there that's helping people through dating. So I know we typically talk about a lot of funny stuff on our episodes, but I also want to provide some kind of service to everyone who's listening. So get their money's worth for something. It's $5 is definitely not going to raise the price because I haven't done much with my Patreon. But I still have a Venmo on there. It's going to be on there. But I will put the link down here. You can kind of see it. And just so you guys know, I appreciate you guys joining in and tuning into our episode thus far, listening to all our stuff. But yeah, that is it for you guys. I will post more things on my Patreon. Like I said, I'll still put the exclusive content, the post episode on there, the audio form. I can't really put the video on there. For some strange reason, Patreon won't let me do it. It's too big of a file. But that's what I want to have on there, guys. And that is it. That's all I have to say. But please subscribe too, as well, on the YouTube channel if you guys haven't done so already. But that is it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your day.